Hello and welcome to Sports Star, where 25 days of dramatic Test cricket have finally come to an end. The Anderson-Tendulkar trophy has ended 2-2, with Mohammed Siraj taking the final wicket to seal India's narrowest Test victory. Sahil is here with me. Sahil, what did you make of this Test match?
I think probably one of the greatest Test match that I probably have witnessed. We saw Gaba and we have seen some other great test matches, but this could probably go down as one of the best because they just need some 35 runs. They still had 4 wickets if you count walks, but still to win that match and to come up with that performance when you have already played like 24 days of Test cricket, high intense Test cricket, yet to come up with that intense spell that Siraj and Prasidh Krishna came up. I think it actually summed up a great professional performance by India. We probably by the start of the Test match and in between the Test series, we probably thought that India is lacking that bite in the fast bowling department. But I think they really did well to came up with a 2-all performance. When especially to think that India was on the fourth Test, they were 0-2 for 2 down, and then to make a 2-all performance. I think that was a great thing. And talk about Siraj throughout the Test series, especially when Bumrah was just available for 3 matches.
Right, I think that Siraj, one thing that has always been one of his standout features is his ability to bowl long spells, to bowl a large number of overs for India. And that's especially come to the fore in the series, where the wickets have been flat, not done a lot. And to be honest, at times it has looked like England's batsmen might get away with the game. Siraj has consistently been able to keep running in and finding deliveries that can take wickets, can dismiss the English batters. And especially, like you said, with Bumrah not available for 2 of the 5 tests, he has been the focal point around which India has been able to build its attack. I think we saw in the second test that Akashdeep was able to kind of, he was able to work around having Siraj consistently coming in from the other end. And we saw it in this match also, where both yesterday after tea and this morning, Prasidh Krishna was able to run in knowing that he had a consistent performer coming from the other end as well.
Yes.
So, on reflection, the series has ended 2-2. Do you think that 2-2 is a fair reflection of how the series played out?
I think before the Test series, I probably said one of the days that India might win at least 2 matches because the bowling department was better than England's, to be honest. I mean, throughout the series, especially if you look at England's performance, Vokes, though he played 5 matches, but he still lacked a bit bite because he was always coming through an injury, so he was lacking that. And Jofra Archer just played a couple of test matches as well. So I think England bowling was still a bit not that on par with India, but England they overtook that through their batting performance. I mean, they were really good with the bat, and they took on Indian bowlers. I mean, despite such a good quality in Indian bowling department, but England really took them on. So I mean, a narrow, some here and there, some what ifs could have turned this series around India, where probably a 3-1 would have been a proper deflection. But I mean, a 2-all is something that India would really will be very happy with that, because yes, these lucks and everything that happens is a part of the Test cricket, and that's really what makes Test cricket that dramatic. So I mean, yeah, a 3-1 would have been the perfect thing, and because India played really well, I mean, you can probably see the session by session report that you see India has won more sessions than England.
Yeah.
So I mean, but England still had that clutch performance that we probably talk about these days. Like Ben Stokes coming in, he was not available for this game, but for the 4 Test matches, he really made sure India was on back foot whenever he was either with the bat or with the ball. So I mean, England had a great performance, but India really did well because a new captain, I mean, Shubman Gill, led from the front with the bat. I mean, 750 runs. I mean, as a captain in your first series in England, where he hasn't really done well. So I think that's a great start for his captaincy as well. So I mean, what do you think are the takeaways from this 5-match series?
I mean, I think so. Firstly, India can probably walk away from the series with a lot more confidence in batting order now. I think KL and Jaiswal have cemented themselves as the openers going forward now that Rohit Sharma is no longer available. And Gill looks at home in the number 4 position as well. I think that Washington Sundar has been a big positive to come out of this series for India. He looks like someone that even in away conditions you can trust as a genuine batter as well. He doesn't need to get into his team just by justifying himself as an off spinner. And India can probably walk away feeling a lot more confident having Akashdeep and Prasidh in the pace attack as well. Given that, it seems slightly likely that Bumrah is not going to be available for as many tests, going forward as well. The only, I think, probably question mark for India that they can look at going forward is what they do with the number 3 position. Because, they came into the series with the slot open and they tried Sai Sudarshan there for a couple of games. They tried Karuna there for a couple of games. So I got a 50 in the fourth test in Manchester. But neither of those batters have really been able to kind of nail down that position. So that's a slot that kind of remains open. But overall, I think that India can walk away from the series with a lot of confidence in the middle order in particular. Because, Jadeja, the 5th test was the first time he's been dismissed in the second innings. And when India's now it's got a run of home tests, and it can feasibly be playing Jadeja, Washington and Akshar, all as all-rounders. Batting could go probably until 10, 11. It could even bring Kuldeep into the side when they play at home as well. So overall, I think a lot of positives stay for India. Maybe just missing 1 or 2 clutch moments in the...
Correct. I mean, Kuldeep was probably one of the question marks that will probably remain in the series. Yes, there's been a great run, great atmosphere now after the win. But I think there are still a couple of questions regarding Kuldeep's selection. I mean, the strategy that they went with, more all-rounders. Probably it worked in this series or probably in the last couple of test matches because of how the pitches behave, and probably that helps batters more. But I mean, tactically, I think Gambhir and probably I wouldn't say Gill because he's still very young and it's his first test series. But I think Gambhir can still be a bit more proactive with his coaching and management. Probably try to have more confidence on forward fast bowlers, or probably have the 4 wicket taking bowlers, that because as we saw in this test match as well, I mean, Jadeja and Sundar hardly bowled. So they were really that, because probably it was that last test match, so all the bowlers were really putting them on that great intense spells. But I mean, had this been a 3rd or 4th test, this could have been probably a troubling spell. So I mean, overall it was a great test series for India. I mean, 2-all draw would be a very good result for Gill as a test captain. But going forward, now India will have a couple of home test series against West Indies and South Africa. We'll meet you there. Thank you, and keep subscribing to Sports Chart.